Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmick. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. I will be doing a collective message today, so with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Take a step aside, let spirit pass through. We're gonna get into it. What does the collective need to hear? Um, Before I really start flipping the cards, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and donations. They really do help out the channel. And I appreciate every single one, even, just a like. I really do appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. A little side note too, if you do like, comment, or subscribe, that is a form of energetic engagement. And so that allows me to pick up on your energy a little more accurately. So that's another kind of reason for it as well. All right. So, okay, so I'm feeling the need to explain this a little bit. Um, Something else that can happen when you are watching collective messages is at first you might come across a new reader and find that part of that message resonates with you, but none of the other ones do. But then what will happen is all of a sudden the next message or a few messages later just like are just dead on, like right on point, just extremely accurate. And what happens is you sometimes will be guided to a reader because they're able to pull through messages in a certain way. It's all about energy and frequency, and so different readers will be able to pick up on different things and bring the message forward in a certain way that resonates with where you're at on your journey. And so it's normal and natural to gravitate towards new readers. All of a sudden they start giving you really accurate messages, and then after a little bit you'll kind of like the resonance isn't as strong. The messages aren't coming through as accurately for you anymore, and then you'll be guided to a different reader. And so I I guess there's probably this message is coming through for a reason. So that could help kind of clarify kind of energetically what's happening here. Um so yeah. Anyways, if you want me to go more into kind of how that works and the energetics behind it, things like that, let me know in the comments. And I can do a separate video where I really kind of deep dive into that and explain more of what's going on an energetic or more quantum scale. So yeah, just let me know if that's something you're interested in. Let's see. I have not used this deck in quite some time, so let's see what's coming through. Alrighty. Okay. That one as well. That one. Nope. Okay. So it's just those two. All right. I did see air sign, so I am gonna just shout that out. You may be an air sign. You may have air highly aspected in your chart. Um, so just take that if it resonates. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra are the air signs. Um, and you can also have, so like if you are a water sign, like a water sun sign, let's say, or fire, whatever. Um, your moon sign is more of your internal aspect. So that's more of your relationship with yourself. So you can have like a water sun sign, and then you can have an air moon sign. And so you actually will operate from um that type of an energy in certain areas of your life. The main ones that are really when people say dominant in your chart, it's Sun, Moon, Venus. Mars can be in here. Mars is how you take action in your daily life. There's also your rising sign or your ascending sign. That's the kind of your focus. And then there's also the north node and south node. And the north node is when we're in our south node, that's when we're operating from a very ego place. And then it's shifting into the north node, and that's when you're shifting into the energy where you're embodying your purpose. So little okay, I'm doing some random deep dives. So if anything that I'm saying here, you're like, I want to know more about that, just let me know in the comments below. But I'm gonna rein it back in. All right, let's see. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I was not expecting this. So here we've got two interesting ones. We've got no weapon formed against me shall prosper. We've got clean and cleanse your mirrors. So how do I want to how do we want to address this, spirit? Cleaning and cleansing your mirrors. There's an energetic thing that happens when we clean. It's a way to actually move and clear and cleanse energy. When you're cleaning your mirrors, are we really deep diving it? All right. Mirrors can be portals. And so it's good to clean and cleanse and protect your mirrors or reflective surfaces in your environment. Um, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. You can literally just clean your mirrors and put the intention that, only what's for your highest good can access that, and that's enough. And that's part of this. If you are feeling ener I guess we could term it as energetic attacks. If you're feeling that that is going on, really affirm this, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And pull into your internal sovereignty and know that you're safe, you're protected, and claim that, affirm that, and allow that in. And there's other ways to do it. Again, if this is something you're interested in, let me know. I can deep dive it a little further. I also did a series on black magic, and the way that I've looked at it not too long ago, and I was like, that it looks. I might change like the wording or something on it, but basically, what that mini series is that I did is I deep dive what black magic is, how it works, and how to protect yourself against it. And so if you are feeling called to look into that, it is on my page. It's in my I don't have an actual like playlist for just that mini series, but it's in the playlist. I think it's called Embodying Your Divine Self, something like that. And that's where I do more of my guidance type videos where I deep dive topics and we just kind of explain different things and concepts and stuff like that. So if you are feeling called to look more into that, feel free to check that out. I might post like the intro video at the end of this one, and then that way you can find it easily, and then hopefully the algorithm will generate the following videos in that mini series. Um, so yeah, so it's something confirmation. So for some of you, you definitely might want to check that out. I do also have a bonus video that I did for that one where I do an energetic clearing and cleansing for you. And so if you're kind of new to all of this stuff, all you have to do is just watch that. It's like 5 minutes, I think. And I just do like this energetic clearing for anybody who wants it. And all you have to do is just watch it. And then if it feels good to you, you can just open yourself up energetically and allow that energy work into your field, and it will clear and cleanse your energy and remove different hooks and different things that might be stuck in your field. Okay. We also have the is it Hyades? Hyades or Hyadians? This is this is where we get kind of into star seeds, things like that, star origin. So you could have a soul origin from the Hyades, which is a star cluster. Um, you could have also done some lifetimes there. This energy is really these star seeds really operate from an open heart space. And so you could just resonate with that. I feel like that's more confirmation. And then there's also connect with your guides. And so yeah, you're being called to go within a little bit and do some I was going to say inner work, but it's more of just like connecting, meditating, listening to different guidance coming in, and in whatever way you work with the other realm, so to speak, the spirit realm, in whatever way you work with that. Um, you're really being called to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are showing up for you right now. Um, in the section of videos that I was talking about, the Embody Your Divine Self playlist, there's also one on there about the different clairs, and so that's our extrasensory perceptions. And these are things like clear seeing, clear hearing, clear knowing, clear taste, clear smell. Um, I kind of deep dive into those as well. So if you're like, do I have this ability? Things like that. That video might be able to give you some guidance as well. What I'm picking up right now, because I'm explaining, like, I feel like explaining so many different things in this video. I feel like where you could be on your journey right now is really coming into that awareness of like what's going on. What are all of these things? What have my gifts been throughout this life that I didn't even know I was operating from? This is that energy of like, am I an empath? What type of empath? Am I psychic? Do I have these abilities? It's that kind of an energy. And I would just recommend follow those threads of energy, because each time you deep dive into these different topics, you're going to come up with your own understanding, and it just helps you to connect more with your spirit team in whatever way you work with, the divine. It helps you connect in a different way each time you go down these, rabbit holes, so to speak. It helps with the clarity, and it helps you to really operate from different levels of awareness. So, yeah, just follow that. All right, we're gonna get to the truth. What else is going on? Okay, we've got the Six of Wands. This can be about being in the public eye, and this can also be about giving and receiving generosity. And it fell out on clean and cleanse your mirrors. And sometimes when we're energetically being bombarded by a lot of external influences, these are things like, um, you know, just how do we explain this? Basically, what I'm picking up is there could be a block in this aspect of life right now in your energy from giving and receiving generosity, and that can be because of so many experiences with people who take advantage of it, and all of those things, and then so we start to pull our energy back and shut that down. um and the thing is what could be going on right now is you could be stepping into a place where you're starting to learn and discern who to give to and who not to give to, who to give certain levels of access to you, how to, yeah, and then who not to. It's okay to change the level of access to you when it comes to different people. Sometimes people aren't meant to have a certain level of access to you at all times. So certain people, maybe you need to bump them out a little bit and not give them so much attention and energy and things like that. And then there's people who, can reciprocate, who are more in alignment energetically. And then that's when you can be more generous and things like that, because it's a different energy dynamic. It's not a give, I'm giving to you, you're taking, and then I'm drained. It's a, you know, there's a boundary there. It's one of these, like, I know what I'm getting with this certain person or the certain energy, so I'm not going to give as much to the situation because it just drains me. So now I'm going to protect my energy from that type of a dynamic, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move over into this type of an energetic dynamic where it's more reciprocal. Where it's more I give to you and you give to me and we fill each other up mutually. That kind of a dynamic. Okay. Well, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. I feel like we touched on a lot of different things. Maybe part of this message is to just give you some little ideas of threads of energy to follow so that you can come to your own level of understanding and truth and things of that nature. So if this resonates, definitely let me know in the comments below. If you like this message, feel free to hit that like button. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.